Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, it was time to put our orphans to work. And they did, but we also had a little bit of fun, like throwing fruits at each other and killing the trombe with small knives. It was a great time, really. You know, until mine got in trouble because something was messed up or something like that. Just always being mean to mine, the show has a tendency to do. So, of course, when we opened the door back up, she was collapsed because it's mine. Of course, that's what happens. Why you can't just have her alone for that long. Just you don't do that. So hopefully a lesson was learned there. But anyway, this episode, not sure where we're gonna go with this. Maybe just do more orphan stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll start to get to know some of the orphans a bit better, like specific ones that will stand out as semi-important characters. Who knows? Who knows? So, let's just get into it and see what we get. So, 3, 2, 1, play. The Star Festival, that's what it was called. Yeah, mine went into timeout. And now she's all sick, and it's... Okay. I just remembered. I think we're getting into loot stuff this episode. Yeah, Lutz has his stuff. Mine's not the only one with problems in the show. So... yeah, let's see. Let's see how Lutz deals with things. Because, yeah, Lutz has always had a bit of a complicated family thing. They weren't exactly super supportive of his choice of career, I think. And they did hint at some potential problems earlier episode when he was talking with mine. He tried to play it off as not a big deal, but there's clearly problems behind the scene. It is a quite nice little transition from the dark atmosphere of all those church people to shifting over to the more happy, bright atmosphere with her family. I do quite like that transition. And I just enjoy mine happy in a grassy field. Even if there's no books there. Until she, you know, hops on one. Because it's the only way to travel. Here we go. Chapter 20, The Path Ahead of Lutz. Oh no. It's always bad when we start an episode like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess we already knew about that. Well, we did. She didn't. And then he left. As you'd expect. If anyone would know, it would be her. Okay, yeah, we definitely need Mind's help to find him. Yeah, I don't think he talks about it this much with them. Like, at all. Any more than he has to. Man actually learned something about his brother today. Oh, well, I think that's him. Like, oh no, I've been spotted. I'm trying to work, you're embarrassing me, Oni-chan, go away. You can't just drag somebody away from work. Can somebody get this kid out of here? Yeah, I don't know how you expected it to end, Ralph, but that was the only way it was ever gonna end. You just burst in there, you're making a scene. You're the one causing trouble by infiltrating that place and causing a fuss. Like, seriously, you could talk about this later. Yeah, that's gotta be the priority. Always. It's not what I wanted to hear. Okay. He's not kidnapped. Calm down, guys. Finally. Now, maybe mine can help the situation a bit. Maybe mediate a little bit. Yeah, I bet. This is a bit of a mess. Okay, that's what started this, I guess. Yeah, that's the issue. So, is this gonna be a matter of convincing the parents, or... Good question. Where are you sleeping? A corner somewhere in the building? Okay, I guess there's worse places to live. You can't go back home. They're not supportive. Is there anything Benno could do, really? Oh. Okay. That's an option, I guess. That'd be a big change. Yeah, that's... Got to really think about that one. There's not really an easy answer to this. You just gotta choose what's important to you, Lutz. That's all you can do. Mine knows better than anyone. wish mine was my ally. I feel like I could do anything then. Yeah. Lutz is always the one supporting mine, but it's finally a chance for her to try to do something for him. So what's step one to solving this? Is our priest friend gonna be help? Typo? Well, righto. Still can't make heads or tails of that writing. Yeah, it's pretty clear she's distracted. Gotta ask her what's wrong. At least I would assume he would. It's time to go to the back room. Calculator? When you say calculator, what the heck? Oh jeez. Let's repair the mind calculator, please. But yeah, of course you have to go here before we talk about things. Yeah, it is affecting him. Pinching the cheeks. That is pretty annoying. Wow, he really went to town on those cheeks. That's what he's trying to say, yes. Oh, never mind. They kind of are, yeah. One story later. You want to step up from the attic if we can? Well, not literally. What's the best solution? Away? You mean like without the parents' permission? Oh. Well, that's not true. They kept coming by the business to cause trouble, so that's not true. At least physically. Yeah, that's the thing. They do seem to still care about him, even if they're squandering his hopes and dreams. Just have him come on over. Just give him a quick text. Wonder how speaking to the parents will affect his mind, his perspective. But yeah, this should be interesting. See what they got to say. Because you haven't got too much of them this episode. Just the scenes of them being like, give us Lutz back. He looks very stubborn, just the look on his face. He looks like he's here to say no to whatever's proposed. He has that look. Offering her some jewelry. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Yeah, okay. Quaint. We're telling you not to make things too complicated. I love that realization, though. Yeah, it's rough to hear, but he's got a point. I'm supporting you in spirits. Of course, Lutz also looks... kind of has the same look as his dad, honestly. It's just less intimidating because he's, like, a child. Already starts. And he hears nothing. She can't help herself. That's why this thing was necessary. Yeah, please clarify your condescension, please. Please explain so like a noble can understand your peasant's ways of thinking. A very fair question. Well, you don't really know until you try, now do you? Yeah, the other town's not going to eat him. Anything to say, Mr. Very frustrated looking man? Does the town have monsters? Well, he's not like he's alone. Words? Man, a few words, isn't he? Like, you can't keep Lutz in the nest forever. He's a good apprentice. The twitching. He brought that up. Eyes open. Yeah, he really is not good with words. Yeah, do you have a reason with actual logic that you want to tell us? Well, no, but he runs a business. Man, even I'm better with my words than he is. It's not a high bar. Why? You haven't told us much. He doesn't have the heart? Yeah, you can at least accept that much. But you also, like, fought, didn't you? It's just his very stubborn, tsundere kind of way of saying, I support you. He did. Okay, you could have just said that. It could have saved us a lot of effort. Yeah, I didn't think you would. All these years, like 7 or 8. Which I guess is kind of a lot. But, okay, I think we made progress here. So, yeah. Did we really have to go through all this to get that response? If it was a little more honest and... Just everyone. Explanations are such a pain. Well, he is small, so it fits. Yeah. What about the apprenticeship? A what? A DAPLA contract. Definitely sees potential in him. There you go. That's a yes. Okay. I guess we've got things established. So yeah, the problem just seemed to mostly be a misunderstanding, like a lack of communication. So yeah, it wasn't that hard to solve, I guess. So good job. I believe you will. Damn right you will. That's the most support he's given so far. Like the most blatant, clear. Ow. The child abuse, we can take him away now, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah, you definitely could have done a better job of that. You know, small children typically aren't the best people at reading between the lines, picking up on subtle meaning interpretations, so you kind of should be as clear as you can when dealing with a child. Just some advice there. Hopefully lessons were learned today. I know, right? She didn't say anything. Why was she even there? Ain't that the truth? Oh, it's nice to see them getting along again. Yeah, a lot was learned from this experience, many sides. Yeah. I thought the whole adoption thing was a little bit hasty, so I'm glad we avoided that. Why do we have to have so much crying in this episode? But family is something pretty important to her, so... We don't want rumors to spread, mine. Please stop with the tears. When first he gives her jewelry, then he makes her cry. Rumors could definitely spread. Still can't read that. Ferdinand. Okay. I guess we now know that. Well, I mean, it says that in the character list on MyAnimeLIst, but I didn't pay attention to that. I just called him Blue-Haired Priest. And I'm probably going to continue calling him Blue-Haired Priest because I'm not going to call him that. Just not going to do it. It was a good episode, though. Like, the conflict was so blown out of proportion, but it was still good. There's still plenty of value in it. Oof. You know, mine actually said less than I thought she would during that meeting. Like, she had that one initial outburst and that was it. Which actually did surprise me a bit. And rather than mine being kind of the mediator like I expected, it turned out to just be our blue-haired priest. Which, yeah, he's probably has more experience and he's just a better person for it, I think. He's less biased than mine. Next chapter, new retainers, really? Okay. Okay. Well, for when you can't get to your hidden room in time. Let's badmouth this priest while he can't hear us. Okay. Okay, Ninja Mayan. Never knew you were there. It's a good way to use it, though. Oh wow, that's a really nice illustration. It's got like blue birds in the background. Yeah, I quite like that one. By Fu Midori. Okay. Good job. Good job, Fu Midori. Anyway, that was the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And I feel like most of the things I could possibly say about this episode I kind of said during it. Honestly. Because, yeah, the conflict... I do want to go back to that fight. Because I didn't realize just how important this would be. for the episode, so I do want to look at that again. So what do we see in this interaction here? First, we hear him yell "Baka Yoro," just an insult, and he falls down, clearly pushed or punched or something. So yeah, that's not a very positive way to start this interaction. Then he asks why you can't accept it, clearly referring to the going to the different town thing. And then he decides to leave, right? Yeah, so he does say, do whatever you want, Katenishiro. So, which, yeah, I mean, there's a couple different ways to take that, really. Like, he is technically giving consent for him to do what he wants to do, but it doesn't have a very positive, like, nuance to it. It's just kind of like, I don't care, whatever, you know, that dismissive kind of thing. So you can't really blame a child for taking that the way he took it. So I really don't think Lutz is entirely at fault with this, really. The father definitely could do a better job of communicating, because he quite clearly does not like having to explain himself. He just thinks he should be able to give these 3-word responses and just everyone understands what he's trying to say. But that's not quite how it works. Humans, different languages have a lot of words for a very specific reason, to elaborate, clarify, go into detail on what they mean. And sometimes the words still are not enough. It's imperfect, but still, gotta try. So yeah, that's when Lutz ran away. So, but yeah, as far as the actual conflict itself goes, just the issue seems to be the father. The father does not like what his son is doing, right? But he is begrudgingly accepting it. That's pretty much the situation, right? But Lutz didn't quite get the like nod and smile, thumbs up, go for it, boy kind of thing you wanted. It was more of a just do whatever you want, I don't care. And that was kind of the root of the problem. They weren't quite on the same page there, even though they both thought they were saying what they needed to say there. It just wasn't quite lining up. That's the best way I can try to phrase it. Like I said, words are imperfect for explaining things, especially if you're doing a stream of consciousness kind of video, trying to explain your thoughts on something like this, where I don't have a bunch of notes or anything like that. But it's something like that. So that really was a conflict for the entire episode. He just had his family coming over and be like, give us back Lutz, as if he was kidnapped or something, and just making a big old scene when the one brother, what was his name? Raphael? That's probably not it. Red-haired brother showed up at the workplace to just grab him and trying to drag him away, and you don't do that. Like, I get that you ran away from home and you're concerned and all that, and you want him to come home, but you still don't try to drag someone away when they're in the middle of work. You're just making a big scene, you're embarrassing him, you're causing problems for the workplace, and in the same breath, they're kind of like, you're causing a problem for us as a family. Like, it just... that annoyed me a little bit. Like, I get the perspective from a degree, but still, they did not handle the situation well at all, which I guess is kind of a theme, an overall theme for the episode, not handling it very well. But by the end of the episode, we worked things out. The little robo mine that was a thing. That was a thing. And then, yeah, the scene where he just plays with her cheeks, that was quite funny. Like, I thought it would just be a brief little couple squeezes, but no, he was just like, he's gonna tear those things off at that rate. But I imagine what happened here is he was only going to do it for a little bit and then realized how soft they were and just couldn't bring himself to let go. And because he was in the hidden room, nobody was going to see any of this, so no worry about rumors spreading here, so you know, no reason not to play with the cheeks a bit more than necessary. But anyway, yeah, this was a scene where he realized what was up and he essentially just kind of volunteered his help because if Mine's not focused, she's not very useful at all, and despite what he says, he does care about her and want to help her out as well, just on a more personal level. So yeah, he was more than happy to help out with the situation, and he did a great job doing so. We were able to avoid the worst case scenario of like having Lutz just forcibly torn away from his family and all that, and he still gets to do what he wants with the father's consent. So yeah, we had a pretty positive end to this. So just yeah, it was definitely a bit of an awkward scene though. The whole meeting, the whole like mediation meeting, but we got through it. Mine did very little, basically nothing really, in the scene itself, but it got accomplished. So, and we had a lot of crying, both from Lutz and Mine, which is always a sad thing to see people cry. But anyway, that was the episode. Pretty good, I would say, even if the conflict was essentially based on a misunderstanding. Lack of proper communication, but we're in a good spot now. We should be, at least. So now we can just kind of move forward on a bit of a more positive note. The title of the next episode, though, involves new retainers, which definitely has my curiosity, because the retainers we've had so far, one was given from like the blue-haired priest as kind of a watch, like just keep an eye on her, and the other two were like intended to be evil spies or deliberately problem children hoisted over to mine to cause her trouble. So new retainers, I imagine it would be for different motivations. Like there's no way they would just throw more problem children at her, and even if they did, they wouldn't be as bad, because I'm sure that they already did the worst towards her. So I am very curious who these new retainers could be. I mean, they're not necessarily going to be for mine, it could be for anyone, and rather than adding, there could be replacing, although I don't want that to be the case. I kind of like the retainers we have now. Even Gilgamesh, I kind of like now. Like, it's like one little step above neutral, I guess I would say, about Gilgamesh at this point. It's the highest praise I can give him. But anyway, just, yeah, like, I don't really need them to be replaced or anything, so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with that, but I look forward to finding out, so until next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.